Hello everybody, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a continuing reading on Ecclesiastes. Last time I did 1 through 3, and tonight I will be doing 3 through 6. So as you can see, this one is going to be in soft spoken. So I will be doing, last time I did whispers, and this time I'm going to be doing soft spoken. So with that being said, I hope that you're able to sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. And so I'm going to be opening up now to the book of Ecclesiastes. Oh, and also, if I stumble on any words, please forgive me. It happened in the last video, so I'm not perfect, but just bear with me, okay? So in this portion, it's basically going to be about oppression and sadness in life from King Solomon's point of view. So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead, which are already dead, more than the living, which are yet alive. Yeah, better is he than both they which hath not yet been, who have not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. Again, I consider all travail and every right work, that for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. The fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh. Better is a handful with quietness than both the hands full with travail and vexation of spirit. This is still in part 4, and this section is speaking of blessings of companionship. Then I returned, and I saw vanity under the sun. There is one alone, and there is not a second. Yeah, hath neither child nor brother, yet is there no end of all his neighbor. Neither is his eye satisfied with riches, neither says he, for whom do I labor? Bereave my soul of good. This is also vanity. Yeah, it is a sore travail. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. For he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and threefold cord is not quickly broken. This next section is still in part 4, but it is success does not last. That's the ending part of the 4th chapter. Better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king. He will no more be abolished, for out of prison he cometh to reign, where also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. I considered all the living which walk under the sun, with the second child that shall stand up his stead. There is no end of all the people, even all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this is also vanity and vexation of spirit. Now we're moving on to the fifth section, and it is labeled with have respect for God. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they considered not that they do evil. Be not rash with my mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before God. For God is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words. And thou vowest a vow unto God not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice, and destroy the work of thine hands? For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also divers vanities. But fear thou God. Thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province. Marvel not at the matter. He that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. That loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saying, the beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much. But the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. There is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand, and he cometh forth of his mother's womb. Naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor which he may carry away in his hand. And this is also a sore evil, that in all points as he come, so shall he go. And what profit hath he that hath labored for the wind? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. This is the last part of 5, and it is titled, To Enjoy Life is a Gift from God. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat and to drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labor. He that taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which God giveth him for his portion, every man also to whom God hath given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor. This is a gift of God. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God answereth him in the joy of his heart. Going to be the last section, part 6. Solomon finds life to be essentially meaningless. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men. A man to whom God hath given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul, for all that he desireth. Yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof. But a stranger eateth it. This is also vanity, and it is an evil disease. A man beget 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good. And also he that hath no burial, I say, that thou untimely birth is better than he, for he cometh in with vanity, and departeth in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he hath not seen the sun, nor known anything. This hath more rest than the other. Yet though he live 1,000 years twice told, yet hath he seen no good. Do not all go to one place? All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For he hath the wise more than the fool. What hath the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, is man the better? For who knoweth what is good for man in this life, all the days of his vain life, which he spendeth as a shadow? For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun? And that is where we will stop until the next continuation. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate your support. You guys are amazing. So if you did enjoy this video, I hope to see you again very soon. God bless.